Still working, still scripting, still working on it. Working on my background. I have a lot of hats, so the hats are going up back there. Those are cross stitch, salt lamp, and a plant, and lots of books. But trying to be more intentional about my lighting and positioning and interesting background and things that have meaning to me. I hope you can tell. And really just, it takes time to keep dialing it in, and I'm sure it's still going to get better, but I think this is loads better from when I began. And even, I've been scripting all these videos and they keep getting better and better. It makes more sense at first when I'm scripting. It's really jumbled and I feel like I'm getting more and more clear. One of the things that have been resonating this week is about frequencies and how I approach this and how I approach everything in my life. And it's really all about our lenses of how we see the world and the frequency that we are projecting into the world and interacting with our reality, and how that frequency determines what our reality is, where we are along the process in our lives. We've adopted all these beliefs. For example, with YouTube, I've adopted certain beliefs watching training videos. There's these common beliefs that are continually projected from within and from others, and it creates this hive mind effect where we're all getting stuck in this same frequency and keeping ourselves at the same level. But in order to change, and in order for our reality to change, we have to learn to change our frequency, change our mindset, change our beliefs into the beliefs that we are aspiring to. Like, for example, one of the common beliefs for someone getting into YouTube is that all of your beginning videos are going to be bad, and that there's this common saying to make 100 videos and improve each video. Whereas yes, you should continue to make a ton of videos and aim to get better with each video, but that belief that said as like a fact that you're not going to succeed before 100 videos, but it's not true. There's countless examples of people that have just skyrocketed in a short period of time. You don't know which one you're going to believe, but if you are unknowingly just adopting this idea that you're going to make bad videos, then you're probably going to make bad videos. And you're probably not going to hold yourself to the same standard that someone that's going to make excellent videos would, or that already believes that they can make excellent videos. You have to learn to get into the mindset of someone that already is making excellent videos or making super valuable videos. It almost gives ourselves a pass or a justification of putting out something bad because, oh, I'm just getting better with each video and these first 100 videos are going to be bad. But why not take on the mindset and the patience and the time of what a person would do and act like and put out if they were already successful? And as we're learning these new philosophies, adopting these new beliefs, putting on these new lenses to see the world, we have to unpack all this stuff that we've been holding on to. Don't look at this. Don't look at this. Okay, a lot of my life is put together, but there's still some things that aren't quite there. And this might be one of them, but to be fair, I built a house over this last year, and the tools and supplies just exploded, and it's a basement, so I don't come down here, but that's also where some of our demons live. You know what I mean? But okay, what did I come down here to? We have all these old lenses that we still hang on to. And if we don't do what we need to focus, to nurture our new perspectives and our new sets of beliefs, and we kind of let our guard down, these old beliefs can creep up on us and we can fall back into the same cycle and the same ruts that we have been. Good God. I just can't even stay on track or know what the point, and then I'm overwhelmed, and I think I need to get out of here and move on to the next thing. I got here what I came for, and I literally and figuratively need to leave this stuff behind and just move on to the next positive thing, because there's like I have stumbled onto a really beautiful perspective, and I know hanging on to it is really going to take a lot of work and intentional time, because that's a huge part of it, is focus, being able to focus on it and nurture it and embody it, because we have all these beliefs that keep us in the past or limit us, but we have to embody the things that we see for ourselves before it even does it. All this action isn't going to get us there if we don't already believe that it's the thing that's right for us. And we gotta move on. So this week I've been trying to really spend the intentional time to focus on these new beliefs and really instill a sense of a new person. And this whole week, even with some of the trials and tribulations and ups and downs that are coming, I really feel like I have a new lease on life, and that I have a different perspective about how I approach everything. And it comes in waves, but I feel like I've really gotten over this hurdle where it feels like this sustainable shift. But I also know with that sustainable shift, I still need to sit down and do the work and meditate and study and keep filling myself with positivity, and also associating with people that are on the same wavelength and have the same frequency of abundance. And something that I'm adopting and repeating to myself is remembering I have enough. I have enough. I already have everything that I need. I've already succeeded, and I get to do what I want to do when I want to do it, and I'm already living the life that I want to. I have so much that I can give to others. I can provide for my friends and family. And it's something we forget, and we get into this mindset of wanting and needing. And that always, as we want and need, it creates this distance from those things that we say that we want and need. And just this simple saying of I have enough is so profound in the way it can shift your feeling and your amount of patience. When you have enough, you don't need to get anywhere. You don't need to do anything. You don't feel pressured to get caught up in the rat race. It already is enough. You can spend your time freely, and there's no pressure, there's no anxiety, there's no worry, because things are taken care of. But I know it's still going to take work, and I'll spend the time to meditate and study and focus and keep reinforcing this and seeking out others that are on the same frequency. Because if you also are associating with naysayers, I'm sure you've experienced this when you're talking about a dream, or you're talking about something you want to do, or a vision you had, that people just start with doubt. But people are always projecting their own beliefs onto each other. Even people don't mean to be negative, and people aren't trying to bring you down. We're just voicing our beliefs that we've adopted. So if you hear someone being negative about something, you can look at their life and see, not in a judgmental way, but just observe like how that same belief that they're talking about has maybe halted their growth or kept them stuck in a similar rut. So spending the time to associate with people that are on the same frequency and that also believe that they have enough. And when we can get together and have enough is when we can be less judgmental towards others. We can be more giving and more loving to other people. It can also get us into a different kind of rut. And it's so easy to get stuck in these loops that we don't necessarily notice. So we have to continually try to push ourselves. So still doing little things that challenge us. Like, yes, I have enough, but that doesn't mean that I'm done growing. Yes, I feel like I've gotten over this hurdle, but it doesn't mean that there's not going to be more hurdles and more realizations and things where I fall back and then get back up and keep growing and keep going. Like next week, I'm going to an ayahuasca ceremony. I've done one before, but it's been a couple years, and I've been waiting for the right time to go again. I had a good experience the last time. I don't know if I'm like, it's going to be fun. Like, sure, it's going to be interesting and enjoyable, but it's more going to be probably really therapeutic. And this is a men's retreat. So it's going to be a bunch of us like really connecting and bonding and working through things together and being vulnerable and taking care of each other. And I'm hoping to like really connect on some of the same frequencies, be there for other people, have them be there for me, be able to share the experience with you. This is a big transformational period of my life, and I see ceremony as a really good benchmark and a really good reset to either clarify things or instill some things and firmly adopt some of these lessons that I've been learning. So I'm really looking forward to being able to share that experience with you. Aside from that, I'm starting to reach out to some businesses. My birthday is also coming up in March. So I want to try to reach out to some businesses and try to do some tours. This has been a big plan. So hopefully you'll maybe soon get to see some tours of some places, but that's also a big hurdle for me, is like looking for these collaborations. And it's beautiful to weave in, like it feels like a little bit of work, but it's also really fun work. And also for my birthday, I am planning a little bit of fun. I think this year, I just got this truck canopy. I haven't ever like spent a lot of time customizing things in my life, but even that feels like is changing, because now my truck has also become part of my hobby where I'm starting to customize it. I got this truck canopy on Alibaba, and now that that's all together, I've been shopping for a rooftop tent, and part of that is for fun, but I also just want to spend more and more of my time outside, camping, exploring, being in nature. I'll be using my truck as like a mobile filming rig, but I'll also be using it, purely for fun. You just got to have a little bit more fun. I don't always plan things for my birthday. Usually it sneaks up on me and then I just don't do anything, or I just have dinner, usually with my family, like my mom and my sister, maybe a couple other people. And it's really small, but this year I want to have a paintballing party. I haven't gone since I was a kid or a teenager, so I am going to invite a bunch of my friends so we can just all run out in the field and get money and shoot each other. A little bit of work, a little bit of fun, a little bit of video. I'm putting together a challenge. It's going to be a mindset shift challenge. It'll be like 30 or 60 days. I've still got a lot to work out in it, but I'm really excited about that. I was thinking about doing 75 hard, but one thing I realized about that is that it's lacking some purpose. Like, sure, it's like a personal development challenge, but it's also just like a challenge for the sake of it being a challenge. If you haven't looked at 75 hard, it's pretty interesting. It's like a couple workouts a day, a bunch of water, a diet, and reading. But there's also, to me, it felt like there was a lack of purpose and a lack of like structure, like intentional growth. And so my hope is to develop a challenge for us to follow and incorporate into our routine that's a little more natural to incorporate into our daily lives. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.